There were big rains yesterday. Now it's the 6th of January here. So, we're 34 degrees south, Eastern Cape of South Africa. So it's the middle of summer. And it's unseasonal for us to have big rains this time of the year, but it's so nice. And it's unseasonal for me to have a cough. I had a cough toward the end of November. It kind of lasted. I think this is just the scars in my throat from that cough. It's not actually illness anymore. But it's so nice to have the combo of the heat of summer and the rains. Our climate here isn't really a summer rainfall climate, which we would find more toward the north, through the Karoo, up through into the rest of Africa basically. And it's not really a winter rainfall area, which you'll find more towards the Western Cape with this Mediterranean climate. It's kind of liquorish, all sorts. Bit of rain here, bit of rain there. It's a very tricky place for agriculture, because it's very unseasonal, very unpredictable. This year may be flood, next year may be drought. So it really calls for very much of a hands-on relationship with the land. Watching, observing, caring, nurturing, finding spots that are wetter, finding spots that are more protected from the wind. Yeah. It's a very restful time of the year for me. Spent some time camping in the forest deep in here over New Year. Here's a beautiful yellowwood tree. Yellowwood tree is indigenous forest tree. Grows beautifully. I see them coming up wild in the forest here. So this area must have been full of yellowwoods before, but it was and is a very sought after furniture and construction timber, even though now it's so expensive that you'll rarely find it. So I would guess that way back before I ever came here, I mean hundreds of years before, all the yellowwoods would have been taken out of this forest. But now they seem to be coming back. There's a dam. We still haven't had any floods for a while. Every few years there's a flood here, and I'm very much hoping that this dam will fill up during those flood times. Maybe yesterday I heard somebody on Facebook talk about 38 millimeters. So 30 or 40 millimeters, that's a lot. If we receive, let's say 700 millimeters a year here, so to receive 50 millimeters in a day, let's work that out together. If it's 700 mils a year, it's roughly 2 mils per day on average. So that's 60 mils a month on average. So to receive 50 mils in a day, It's kind of like a month's average rainfall in one day. It's quite a lot. It's nice. So people are very happy with that, and especially this time of the year. Because this time of the year is very often, when I say this time of the year, January going into February, the big risk here is fire risk. So if we can get through January and February without a fire in the area that threatens to come our way, then it's a great sense of relief in March. But with it nice and wet and the grass coming nice and green like this, obviously fire is less of a possibility. Of course it's still possible that things will dry out radically over the next few days and weeks. And February is normally devastatingly hot. I mean, it was devastatingly hot. This week we had temperatures touching the 40s just 2 days before the rain. Almost unbearable. Yeah. But today it's beautiful. There's a kind of a cool smell. Where's it? The moisture. It's not an aroma. What? An aroma is normally a word you use for food, isn't it? But there's that thing in the air in your nostrils, in my nostrils, after the rain. Yeah. You see, can you hear that? That's the forest buzzard, you see? There is the white chest on the eucalyptus there. Yeah. Now they've bred out a chick. I think it's one chick. I've seen it flopping around there. So happy with that, because they made a nest in the eucalyptus tree behind the cottage. I may have spoken about that in a video some time ago. Yeah. I can't remember actually if I spoke to YouTube about that or somebody else about that. It's too much admin for me to try to remember. Here we are. Here's the camp, the cattle I made on that very hot day. Temporary electric fence, 9,000 volts pulsing through this wire. Don't touch. Water's still nice and full. They really drink a lot of water when it gets hot. But on the cool day yesterday, with the rain, I don't think they would have been that thirsty. There's the forest buzzard. Goo! Goo! Yeah. And then that guac behind there, that's a pied crow. Can't see it now. But there's the forest buzzard. Let me see if I can get the zoom to work here. Go! There's the forest buzzard. You can hear the call of the chick or the mate somewhere. There's my new rooster. I got a rooster from her sister, and then 5 beautiful hens from my neighbor Mian up the road. I'm going to show you later on. I'm really enjoying them here. But in the mornings, I like to just come and check the cattle, make sure the fences are okay, make sure everybody's healthy. You know, sometimes the fence gets pulled down. Maybe a bushbuck runs through it at night or something. But I must say, on the once or twice that has happened, the cattle don't wander very far. They're very at home here. There they are. Can you see them there? Beautiful coral trees. So they're clearing out this pasture very nicely. Lots for them to graze on here, and they really love the leaf forage as well. And what I'm very happy about is that they don't seem to take the pecans. That's a pecan tree there. So I was concerned that I would need to put tree guards around the pecans to stop the cattle from destroying them, but it doesn't seem to be a problem. I'm very happy about that. That may even be the chick, but it's making it too much of an adult noise to be a chick. But it's looking fluffy. I think it's probably just drying out from the rain. I think the chick has more of a high-pitched ticking, squeaking noise. Maybe. So I'm heading back to the office in a few days' time. Today's Friday, and I head back to the office on Tuesday. And I've been doing this for some time now. My practice has been going since 1995, and it's now 2023. So it's 28 years or so, and almost every year at this time I'm preparing to come back from a break, from a restfulness. And almost every time I wonder to myself this time of the year whether I can bring more of the state of mind that I have right now, this restful, creative, at peaceness, into the rest of my year. I think I may have got a little bit better at it. Last year wasn't too bad, but generally it's really, really hard to even remember this state of peacefulness and this state of calm and this state of loving my life. I suppose if I could even just remember it and recall it, it would be easy to draw myself back into that space. Because when you get caught up in it, when I say it, I mean the mess and the topsy-turvy and the business to and fro and busyness and rashness. When I get caught up in that in the rest of the year, it's very, very easy, and I have done this, I can tell you it's easy. It's very, very easy to think that it's life that's miserable. It's the universe that's miserable. It's the world that's miserable. Meanwhile, it's just the fact that you're not resting. It's the fact that you're not taking a break. It's the fact that you're not taking 5 or 10 days of work. Because we forget how it feels to be at peace, and how it feels to perhaps be natural. What does natural mean? Maybe this is natural. It feels natural. Anyhow, I'm gonna go and finish washing my clothes, hang them on the line. Got blue skies today, so they should dry quite nicely. We'll see.